Chizuk from the Parsha, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parsha's Vayikru Shabbos Agudel. There's a famous story about a tailor that he had a very big name, was very, very professional. He was invited by the king to sew up a beautiful gown that he needs for a new gown. And the king gave him a very, very expensive fabric, and he told him, this is the fabric you should use, and I hope you make the king, Adonai HaMelech, don't worry. You came to the right place in the right time. No one will do a job like me. And he took the fabric, he went home with it, he went to the shop, and he worked on it for a full month, day and night. He made sure it should fit the king like something very special. He takes the gown and he arrives to the king's palace, and as soon as the king tries it on, the king gets angry. This is a gown. It looks like a disaster. He threw it back in his face. Get out of here with the gown together. I don't need it. And the tailor was so heartbroken. He knew he worked so hard on it. What's not nice about it? And he went to his Rebbe. And as soon as he walked into his Rebbe, tells him the story. The Rebbe told him, listen, go home. Open up this entire fabric, this entire gown that you made. Open up all the pieces, the sleeve, whatever you did. And just sew it again at the same spot where it was before. It should absolutely look the same. Why should I do it? Just do what I'm telling you. And go back to the king and give it to the king. So this Rebbe tells him to do it like they did it. He goes back to the king, and the king was nice enough to try the gown again. And he takes the gown. Unbelievable. This is magnificent. I've never saw such a beautiful gown. And the king was very happy and he gave him a lot of money. He goes back to the Rebbe and he says, Rebbe, what happened? Same gown. It didn't change anything. So the Rebbe told him very simple. The first time when you made it, it was full of gaiva, full of pride. I got the job. No one will do the job like me. It was a beautiful gown. But something that it's made with gaiva has no chance that should have on the seer's shine by anyone. Something that it's made with heartbroken, with another, and realizing that's not your talent, realizing the talent is coming from Kodesh Baruch Hu, that nothing will have on the seer's shine. In this week's Parsha, we all know that Vayikra is written with a small aleph. Because Moshe Rabbeinu was a owner, if he didn't want to write it, the Kodesh Baruch Hu called him. Everyone knows it. There's another place in Tanakh where there's a big aleph. In Divrei Hayomim in Tanakh, the first pusik, Udom Shais Enosh, the word Udom is written with a big aleph. In Chazal Ateleg and Meforshim are telling us that the reason why it's written with a big aleph, that Udom Rishon was a Balgav, he had pride, he had gaiva. Why? Because I was the Yitzir Kappa of Kodesh Baruch Hu. I was the only one created by God himself. I'm the first man. And that was brought him to the worst thing, to Chet Udom Rishon. We all have to know that the letters in the Torah are written with a regular sized letters. But you have to know sometimes it is a small aleph and sometimes there's a big aleph. Of course you have to recognize that you have tremendous koiches hanefish and tremendous malas and tremendous capabilities. But realize at the same time that you have these capabilities from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Your aleph has to be a regular size. In realizing when this has to be in your head small or when it has to be in your head big. And when you have your character that you realize that it's coming from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're going to have it in the right size, then you're going to be made Hashem very successful. A gitten Zis and Lechtigen Shabbos.